Hello there. Adam and Jamie tried it. Isaac and Christiaan argued about it, and Steve and I pricked it with sharp thoughts. And here it is, with various takes and spins and ramifications. So, here's the question. Is swimming in treacle more difficult than swimming in water? Surely one of the most important questions we need to ask ourselves when attempting to succeed, and even more critical if we're training, coaching or leading other people to improve their results. Now, you might be wondering, Peter, what's this all about? What on earth does swimming in treacle have to do with success? Well, if you stay with me, I'll explain it, because this seemingly odd question actually holds an important lesson about achieving our goals and, more importantly, helping other people succeed. So let's jump into it. Let's look at the great treacle debate. This curious question has captured the imagination of some brilliant minds throughout history. So let's start with two intellectual giants of the 17th century, Sir Isaac Newton and Christiaan Huygens. Isaac Newton, the father of classical mechanics, had a theory. He believed that an object's speed would depend on the viscosity of the fluid it was moving through. In other words, Newton thought that swimming in a thicker fluid like treacle or syrup would indeed be more difficult and slow you down considerably. On the other hand, Christiaan Huygens, a Dutch physicist and mathematician, disagreed with Newton. Huygens argued that the speed of an object moving through a fluid wouldn't necessarily be affected by the fluid's viscosity. This disagreement with two of history's greatest scientific minds set the stage for a debate that would continue for centuries. So, if we fast forward to the 21st century and we find Adam Savage and Jamie Hyneman, the hosts of that fantastic show Mythbusters. So they decided to put this question to the test. So in Series 5, Episode 16 of their show, they set out to either bust or confirm the legend of swimming in syrup, as they called it. Their approach, as always, was hands-on and as always entertaining. They filled a pool with a syrup-like substance and compared swimming times in this gooey mixture to swimming in regular water. So what did they find? Surprisingly, the swimming speeds were pretty much the same, regardless of the viscosity, but within certain bounds, of course. This result seemed to support what Huygens had viewed as opposed to Newton. So if you fancy seeing their experiments, you can find the video on YouTube. Just search for Swim in Syrup Mythbusters and prepare to be amazed. Now you might be wondering how this is possible. Surely swimming in a thicker fluid should be more difficult, yeah? Well, the answer lies in the interplay of the forces at work when we swim. When we swim, we push against the water to move forward. In a more viscous fluid like treacle, syrup, it's harder to move our arms and legs. However, the increased resistance also means you can push more effectively. These two effects tend to cancel each other out, which results in similar swimming speeds. It's related to what scientists call the Reynolds number, but let's not go down that rabbit hole. Now, let's go back to why this matters for success and for coaching. I had a fascinating conversation with a very good friend and client, Steve Neal. He's an awesome thinker when it comes to personal success. We were discussing how to help people succeed, especially when their current environment, be it a job, a relationship, or any other aspect of life, simply isn't the right fit for them. Now, I suggested that giving someone the necessary skills and mindset to succeed only works if the environment in which they find themselves is conducive to them taking action. In other words, they're swimming in water rather than swimming in treacle. Or they change their environment so it does become conducive to success. Little did I know at that point that swimming in treacle actually isn't as hard as I thought it was. But the metaphor still holds valuable lessons. Let's look at the right environment for success. Just as a swimmer needs the right pool to use their skills to the max, people need the right environment to thrive and succeed. Think about it in this way. If we look at the skills and mindsets, those are like the swimmer's techniques and physical fitness. They're crucial, but they're not the whole story. Environment, now this is the pool the swimmer's in. Is it an Olympic-sized pool or a backyard pool? Is it filled with water or is it filled with treacle or syrup? Then what about alignment? This is how well the skills and mindset match the environment. When we set out to help someone succeed, we need to make sure they're playing on the right pitch. I'm mixing up my metaphors now, so they can use the skills and mindsets we've helped them develop. Sadly, many potentially high-achieving people never reach that full potential because, again, metaphorically, they're playing football but with basketball skills. The good news is that unlike the fixed environment of a swimming pool, we often have the power to change our life's pool. So if you find yourself swimming in Treacle, you have the options. We can adapt, we can learn to swim effectively in that current environment. That might mean developing new skills or changing our approach. We can transform, we can work to change our environment from treacle to water. This could involve having honest conversations with other people, restructuring our business or setting new boundaries in relationships. Or we could move. Sometimes the best option is to find a new pool altogether. This idea reminds me of the old idea of climbing ladders that are up the wrong wall. It doesn't matter how quickly or skillfully we climb if the ladder is leaning against the wrong building. When we want to succeed, we need to step back regularly and ask ourselves, am I in the right environment to succeed? Do my skills and mindset align with the goals and my environment? And if I'm struggling, is it because I need to improve my swimming technique, or do I need to find a different pool? So there we have it, from 17th century physicists to modern day mythbusters, from treacle pools to success strategies. And the key takeaway? Success isn't just about having the right skills or mindsets. It's ensuring we're in an environment where those skills can be brought to bear. And of course, if you find yourself swimming in treacle, you have the power to change your situation. I need to go and think about this some more. You too? If you've enjoyed this short video, there's plenty more of my videos around here. Maybe you'd even like to subscribe so you'll get notified when I post more of them. In the meantime, I wish you every success in all your adventures in life. From me, Peter Thomson, until the next time. Goodbye for now.